open up your box for the first time, you're going to be pulling out two of these L-shaped side panels. You're going to be pulling out this rectangular tray. It's got 4 walls. And you're going to be pulling out 3 large rectangular trays. You're going to have 2 long support straps. They're made out of metal. And you're going to have 6 L brackets. The kit is also going to come with a bag of hardware. The hardware is going to contain some pan head Phillip screws, washers, and a 10mm nut. So with this being noted, we're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, or you can use a motor if you want, as long as it's a Phillips head. And we are going to need wrenches in 10mm size. I got a short one, and I also got a gear wrench type 10mm. The first thing we're going to work on is the L-shaped side panels. We're going to take both of them. We're going to take one of the L-shaped side panels. We're going to stand it up. You see this lip? There's going to be a lip on the inside. So we're going to take a look at the back right here, and there's going to be a very bottom hole. Okay, we are going to take this support strap and we're going to put screws, washers, and a nut on that bottom hole. Remember that the lip of the L shape is facing inward, so the support strap is going to be facing inward also. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lean this L shape. If you're working alone, lean this on my shoulders, take the support strap. I'm going to put a pan head Phillips screw through the strap, through the support strap, and then through the hole here. Then I'm going to take a washer, put it on the other side of this L bracket. Then I'm going to put a nut behind here. You don't need to tighten it right now. We can tighten it a little later on. All we need to do is make sure that these are all in first. It's going to end up looking like that. Now after we're done with this L bracket, we're going to set it aside. We're going to go to the other L bracket. We're going to lift it up. You see this lip? The lip is going to face on the inside, okay? We're going to take our support strap and we are going to screw it to the very bottom hole. Very bottom hole right here. We're going to put a screw right through here. Take a washer and nut. Now that both L brackets have the support straps attached to the bottom, we're going to take the one on our left with the lip facing on the inside. We're going to take the top of this, the other end, this hole, and we're going to attach it to the other L bracket. The other L bracket is going to have a top hole. You don't want to attach it to the top hole. You're going to have a center hole right here. You're going to attach it to the center hole. You're going to attach it to the center hole with the exact same screw, washer, and nut. Okay, now we're going to lift up the other side, or we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take this support bracket and we are going to attach it to the center hole on this side. Make sure that the strap goes on the back end, okay, not in the front end, because that's where all of our bins go. Goes on the back end. You're going to line up the holes. You're going to put in a screw from the back end, put in a washer, and then goes the nut. Go ahead and screw in the nut here. And voila, we have finished our main structure right here, the skeleton part. Now you can go ahead and finger tighten all of these nuts. Not all the way, because you're going to need a little bit of slack to move these around when we put in our other parts, okay? We got our basic structure. Now we're going to take our bottom shelf right here. We're going to place it where it's supposed to go. Let's go ahead and plan first. I want you to make note that these two legs right here are going to be facing forward, okay? And this is going to be the rear. We're using that as reference in case I mention front or rear. Now we're going to take a look at this shelf, and if you take a note, the side of these have holes in them. There's two holes on one end, but there's no hole in the front. Okay, the two holes are going to go in the rear. Okay, so we're going to back this up. So if you notice, these two holes are going to be going to the two holes, these two slanted holes on these side panels. The next shelf is going to go into these two holes on the side panels, and then you're going to have a top shelf that are going to go to those two holes right there. Now we're looking at a side view. You notice there's the side panel, then you have the shelf, and here's the support bracket that's going to go in between. You're going to have 1, 2, 3 holes on this support bracket. You're not going to use the hole in the front. You're only going to use the 2 holes in the rear to line up with the 2 holes on the side panel. We're going to use our Phillips pan head. We're going to lock it in there, and then we're going to put it through the hole of this bracket. Now I'm going to turn it around so you can see what I'm doing on the inside. Okay, we're going to grab our shelf here. We're going to get it ready. Remember, the 2 holes are going to be facing the rear. No holes are going to be in the front of this shelf. I'm going to bring the shelf up and line the rear hole up into in the fastener. Bring the fastener through the hole and hold it right there. I'm going to grab my washer and my nut combo and start screwing it in. After you're done, it's going to look like this. Now let's go ahead and move to the other side. We are going to be doing the exact same thing to the other side. Whatever you do, do not forget about the support bracket. I'm going to line up the rear hole of the side panel and the rear hole of the support bracket. And now I'm going to put the rear hole of the shelf into the fastener. Let's go ahead and expand that. And there you go. All I have to do now is put the washer on and put on the nut and just finger tighten it on there. Okay, almost done. After finger tightening, it's going to look just like this. Remember, fastener, washer, and nut. Next, we are going to go ahead and do the forward holes now, since we finished the 2 rear holes in the back. Let's go ahead and lift up our shelf and stick our fastener in there. Try to locate the hole. Once it's in there, it should hold up the shelf. And we are going to put in a washer and then the nut. Now that we're done with the right side, let's go look at the left side. So the shelf and that support bracket is not in yet. Let's go ahead and lift up the support bracket, hold up the shelf. Let's put the fastener through the hole. Then we're going to put our washer and our nut, just like we did the other side. Okay, so we finished installing the bottom shelf. We are going to go ahead and do the second shelf and then the third shelf, doing the exact same thing as the bottom shelf. We're going to go ahead and slide this in. Remember, the 2 rear holes go in first. And don't forget your support brackets. Let's get those ready. So don't forget to grab your support bracket and your shelf, because we're going to have to line up these holes to go through 3 different parts all at once. And if you're going to be doing this by yourself, it is going to be a bit of a challenge. What I did was put the fastener in through the side panel first. Then I put my support bracket on, and now I am trying to get the holes to line up on the shelf. So here we go. I'm lining up the holes. Now hold all 3 pieces and put your washer and your nut on. Just try to screw in at least 3 threads. You don't have to screw it in all the way. You just want this to hold so you can start on the other side. Now we can move on to the other side. Remember your support bracket here. Remember, the holes got to be facing up. We're gonna put it between the side panel and the shelf, and we're gonna have to line up the rear hole. Let's go ahead and pop in our fastener. We lined up the rear holes through the 3 panels. Now we're gonna put in our washer and our nut. Go ahead and just screw it on there temporarily. And there we go. We got our pivot point right here. Let's go ahead and lift up our shelf so we can line up the next hole. Let's put in our fastener. And same thing, we're gonna put in our washer and our nut from behind and just screw it in there. Just screw it all the way in with your hands until it hits a dead end. After we're done, we're gonna flip it around, and now we're gonna do the other hole, the very front hole of our second tier shelf. Very, very simple. Lift it up until the holes line up. Stick in our fastener. Next, we're gonna put in our washer and our nut. And we're gonna be doing this for our top shelf too. Now we're going to be installing our final shelf, which is the very top shelf. We're going to go ahead and stick a fastener through one of the holes. If you take a look, you're going to have holes in the back of the top shelf, but no holes in the front. Okay, so keep the holes facing the back. Okay, so we're going to put in our fastener through one of the holes right here, the most forward hole. We're going to do the exact same thing, just like all the other shelves. We're going to put in a washer and a nut to tie this down. We're going to go ahead and flip this to the other side right here so we could work on it in the same corner here. We're going to put in a fastener, and same thing, you guessed it, washer and a nut. And you're going to be doing this for the rest of the entire storage shelf, washer and nut. Now that you've finished the most forward holes, we are going to go ahead and do the rear holes now. Same thing, fastener, washer, and nut. We're going to go ahead and flip this around. We're going to do our final hole for the side panels, which is this one rear hole right here. Let's go ahead and flip it up. Line up the holes, put in the fastener, and then we're going to put in our washer and nut. Once complete, we're going to turn this and face the back of it. On the back, we're going to have 2 holes, each hole at each corner. And you guessed it, each of these holes also get a fastener, washer, and nut. Taking care of our final hole right here. This should be the very last hole. After completion, we are going to go back to every single fastener and nut, and we are going to tie them down permanently this time. Okay, so this is our finished unit. Now we are going to fit all of our trays in here, all of our storage bins, and see the fitment to see if, how it looks as an end result. Wow, not bad. Looks pretty good. All right.